I want you guys to watch this video. It clearly shows how close we are to the end. And this is just basically about 2 month tops, which also includes this year's records of animal worldwide die-off. Okay, and it's gonna show you guys how many animals have been dying throughout the whole world and what's happening. And it gives us also an explanation with scripture. Thank you guys for watching.
Welcome back again, everyone. It's Dina Calmetti here with CWW7 News. And for today's broadcast, we're going to talk about something a little different, something that I have touched base on in the past, and actually a viewer had suggested that I cover this topic, and that is animal deaths. Now, we have seen an extreme amount of animals that have died in recent years. However, there was a new report that just came out at the beginning of May that suggested 1 million species could be at risk for extinction. The Guardian is reporting that plummeting insect numbers threaten collapse of nature. The world's insects are hurtling down towards the path to extinction, threatening a catastrophic collapse of nature's ecosystems, according to the first global scientific review. More than 40% of insect species are declining, and a third are endangered. The rate of extinction is 8 times faster than that of mammals, birds, and reptiles.
Wow.
The total mass of insects is falling by 2.5% a year, according to the best data available, suggesting that they could vanish within a century. The planet is at the start of a 6th mass extinction in its history, with huge losses already reported in larger animals that are easier to study. But insects are by far the most varied and abundant animals, outweighing humanity by 17 times. They are essential for the proper functioning of all ecosystems as food for other creatures, pollinators, and recyclers of nutrients. It goes on further to report that insect population collapses have recently been reported in Germany and Puerto Rico, but the review strongly indicates that the crisis is global. The researchers set out their conclusions in unusually forceful terms for a peer-reviewed scientific paper. The insect trends confirm that we are in the 6th major extinction event that will impact life forms on our planet. If insect species losses cannot be halted, this will have catastrophic consequences for both the planet's ecosystems and for the survival of mankind. One of the biggest impacts of insect loss is on the many birds, reptiles, and fish that eat insects. If this food source is taken away, all these animals starve to death. Such cascading effects have already been seen in Puerto Rico, with a 98% fall over 35 years. The new analysis selected the 73 best studies done to date to assess the insect decline. Butterflies and moths are among the worst hit. For example, the number of widespread butterfly species fell by 58% on farmed land. This occurred in England between 2000 and 2009. The UK has suffered the biggest recorded insect falls overall. There are more than 350,000 species of beetles, and many are thought to have declined, especially dung beetles. But there are also big gaps in knowledge, with very little known about the flies, ants, shield bugs, and crickets. Experts say there is no reason to think they are faring any better than the studied species. So it definitely seems as if insects are dying at an accelerated rate and may continue to. But what about other animals, like fish, birds, or cattle? What I've done is I've compiled a list of headlines since the beginning of April that outlines the great number of animal deaths that have occurred in the last few weeks. On May 9th, 4,000 cattle dead due to drought in Colombia. May 8th, 13 dead whales wash up in Washington state. May 8th again, thousands of dead fish wash up along the coast of Ecuador. May 7th, 9 dead whales wash up since March in San Francisco. May 3rd, thousands of dead fish wash ashore in India. May 3rd again, thousands of dead fish wash ashore in the Philippines. May 1st, tens of thousands of dead fish wash up in China. April 26th, hundreds of dead birds, fish, dolphins, and sea turtles found on a beach in Texas. April 23rd, 28 plus hippos found dead, the cause unknown, in a national park in Ethiopia. April 22nd, 23 turtles and 13 dolphins found dead along the coast of Mississippi, America. On April 2nd, 200 plus birds found dead in India. April 2nd, 24,500 birds killed due to avian flu in China. Again, April 2nd, tens of thousands of fish die in a river in Thailand. And again on April 2nd, hundreds of dead fish found in a lake in Iowa. April 1st, 600 plus ducks killed due to avian flu in India. Let's take a look at what happened in March. On the 31st, thousands of cattle dead after a storm in Australia. March 28th, 1,100 dead dolphins washed up this year in France. March 26th, dozens of sharks wash up dead in New Jersey. March 26th again, 2,500 cattle die suddenly, a mystery in Guatemala. So that's around 20 reports I just brought to you in regards to dead animals around the world. But I have another report I'd like to bring to you from the Zero Hedge, and they are reporting that no longer is the pig Ebola just contained in China, which, as its name suggests, kills nearly all pigs it infects. It has crossed the Chinese border and has been spreading through Asia, Mongolia, Vietnam, and Cambodia. Millions of pigs have been culled, creating a global protein shortage and saddling farmers and food businesses with billions of dollars in cost. The focus now is on Thailand, where the permanent secretary in Thailand's agriculture ministry told Bloomberg that we are on the red alert for the pig virus, adding that we're trying everything to prevent it from spreading to Thailand. As a result, Thailand has tightened inspections at airports and border checkpoints, cracked down on illegal slaughterhouses and traders, and imposed stricter requirements for reporting hog deaths. The authorities have detected contaminated pork products at airports and borders, but has not yet found any cases at farms. The Deputy Director General at Thailand's Livestock Department stated that preventing the outbreak is our national agenda. Even if it gets into the country, we'll be quick in containing the outbreak to minimize the damage to the industry. Unfortunately, it now appears that pig Ebola has indeed spread, and Bloomberg reported that Vietnam has killed more than 1.7 million pigs as African swine fever spread across the country. So it almost makes you want to become a vegetarian. But in all seriousness, this is definitely a very dangerous situation, and hopefully they'll be able to contain the virus. But I think the question is, why are all of these animals dying? Well, scientists have their reasons, but so does God. And he actually gives us an explanation in Scripture.
Praise God.
And for those that are not aware, this is actually a part of Bible prophecy. So I'd like to bring those scriptures to you. Hosea chapter 4, verses 1 through 3. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord has a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. Therefore shall the land mourn, and everyone that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also shall be taken away. Zephaniah chapter 1, verses 2 and 3. I will utterly consume all things from off the land, saith the Lord. I will consume man and beast. I will consume the fowls of the heaven and the fishes of the sea, and the stumbling blocks with the wicked. And I will cut off man from off the land, saith the Lord. So God has given us a perfect explanation as to why these animals are dying. It's because of the sin that's polluting the earth. And the deeper we go into these last days, the more wickedness we're going to see in devastation on the earth, unfortunately. But it is a part of Bible prophecy. But with that said, I just wanted to make sure I brought you guys a quick report today, get you caught up in these types of headlines. I'd love to hear from all of you, so please do leave your comments in the comment section. Also, if you have a free moment, come and visit us on Facebook, where we have these stories and many more, as well as our website at www.cww 7news.org. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and God bless.
Praise God. God bless you.